Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that if you're returning. How you doing today? Before we get started, if you haven't signed up for our newsletter yet, please do so. All the information you're going to need is in the description box below, along with my email address, Trish's email address, so you can get a hold of us at any time, even if you just need to talk, okay? So, grab your coffee, maybe some chocolate, possibly cake. I bought ice cream last night. Mint chocolate chip. Oof, Radon, how could you go wrong? So, we got a lot to talk about today, okay? When I tell you, you guys better have on your comfy pants because it's about to get uncomfortable. So listen, I got this email last night, okay? And I tried to do some research, and when I tell you, I can't find a darn thing. Okay, so I know a lot of you guys either work in a grocery store or you work in retail or something, okay? Now, I got this from one of my favorite ladies, okay? She's a fellow Tampa resident, okay? She works in the grocery store, all right? This is what she said. Even though I'm not working right now because she's home, she's sick, all right? She said, I got an email from the store. We are supposed to get several dry goods. Part of the shipment was deleted, and get this, for government use. What the hell is that for? Are they allowed to do that? The items were canned meat, dry beans, and powdered milk. Can you check on this, please? I found this alarming. I hope they misread the inventory paper. If not, I fear we are going to be in a what the hell mode soon. Honey, when I tell you, I went down every avenue I could possibly go down. And I kept hitting roadblock, 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 okay? And the only thing that kept popping up was OSHA. And I'm like, no, there's nothing. Even when Sean came home from work last night, because hello, government, right? He's like, I've never heard of that before. I even questioned Andrew. I said, oh, have you ever heard of this before? He's like, no. He said, you know, he knew that they were stockpiling at the military bases. But that, he goes, Mom, maybe it's that. I don't know. So maybe you guys can put your heads together. Put it in the comments section. What do you think this could be? I personally have never heard about this. Have you? I mean, you know, what? What could this possibly be? Okay? So, when I tell you, we got loads, okay? So, hang on to your horses, kids. It's about to get ugly. All right, so, oh, God. All right, so, this was sent to me, okay? She said, this must have been released too soon on their agenda that it has been removed. And I'm like, all right. It's a picture she sent me. First for Louisiana. It's a resistant fungus found at a hospital. It's a med. It's a med. So I'm going to put this picture in. If you guys have heard about this, say so. Here. And then this link was sent to me, okay? So it'll be in the description box below, okay? She said, yay, I've been swamped. She said, the first state to use National Guard at schools. What? Oh, boy. I said, all right. So, Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So that link will be in the description box below. And she said, we made the Washington Journal, the Mexico National Guard substitute t-shirts. Guys, come on. So now the National Guard they're going to be teachers now, substitute teachers. First they're putting them in our hospitals, now they're putting them in our schools. That's a hell of a way. I mean, what are they going to do? Go into the schools in their uniforms and scare the hell out of our kids now? God. I mean, really, you know? You all know there's always an insane amount of links in the description box below, okay? But that's only for your resources, okay? So if you want to check them out, you can, okay? There's going to be another one in there, Procter & Gamble, okay? They say their prices are just going to keep going up. So if you can avoid, I don't know how, but if we can avoid buying Procter & Gamble products, you know, then this was sent to me, this email. She said, our local supermarkets on the island are Maxwell's and Abaco, A-B-A-C-O groceries, okay? She's in the Bahamas, all right? This is where the subscriber is. She said they are the only two major food stores on the island. Okay, so their major food stores are Maxwell's and Abaco. So like we have like Walmart and Aldi where they have Maxwell and Abaco, okay? But we do have many mom and pop stores on the island. I honestly would rather go to a mom and pop store. Support the local businesses, support the small businesses, you know what I mean? Just like in the description box below, you're going to find many links to many small businesses that are owned by people in our community. Support those small businesses, you know what I mean? Our supplies come from Miami and mainly West Palm Beach, Florida. I don't know where the store's owners usually put all the groceries from, but the stores are usually well stocked, from produce to dairy, freezer meals, canned goods, paper goods, over-the-counter medications. Maybe the only thing that's in short supply. Okay, so the OTCs are in short supply in the Bahamas. Okay. She said people here don't believe that there's an issue with food. Huh. They just don't believe that there is a shortage. Whenever you say anything about it, their response is always, Americans are overthinkers. Holy smokes, okay. So that's how they think. All right. They always make things sound worse than it is. Do we really? I don't think so. I mean, me, I'm a truth sayer. I see the big picture. You know what I mean? So, after watching and listening to a few preppers November and December, I sent to West Palm and filled my cupboards, pantry, and what other space that was available for me to store things for my family of 5. Groceries are super ridiculously expensive here. Are they really? 10-pound tube of ground beef is priced at $50.40. Whoa. 20 pounds of rice is $21. Well, a pound of rice here is $1. So if you're buying 20 pounds for $21, that's not that far off from what we pay, really. You know what I mean? And some change. Milk is $6 plus for a gallon. That is high. If hunger don't kill us on the island, inflation sure will. On my next visit to the area, I will take pictures of prices. Yes, please do. I would love that. As of right now, it isn't mandatory for Bahamians to be, you know, but the powers that be are encouraging the citizens to be. And the case count is less than 450 for the entire country, a little over 300,000 people. And the country was just put back on level 4 for travel advisory. Kids to return to school 2 days per week on Monday. This is scary. Yeah, no kidding. So you have less than 450 people out of 300,000 that's the case count, and they're putting you on level 4, and kids can only go to school 2 days a week. Nay, nay. Nay, nay. What in hell? So then this email was sent to me. Do you remember the other day we were talking about produce and onions, and I had bought onions, what was it, from Kroger, and there was almost, it looked like black mold in the onion, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And it was just about the entire 3 pound of onion that I had bought, that all of the onions in the 3 pound bag were like that. I'm like, oh, you know. And she said onions, that is, because in the subject line it said can't cut the funk with the knife. Onions, that is, I couldn't find any onions in our town. Went to a town 20 miles away, bought 3 bags, 3 pounds each. Like other viewers, I had trouble with rotten onions recently. I'm running across this no matter where I go, whether it's Kroger, Walmart's, Target's, okay, because, you know, our Target has grocery, Sam's, anywhere, doesn't matter where I go, my onions constantly have like this black mold inside. So it's not dirt, it's like a black mold, okay? And last night, okay, just for shites and giggles, last night I had to go to Walmart, okay, because I got my Kroger order yesterday. They had no meats. I ordered a bunch of meats from Kroger's, like I always do. When I got my delivery, no meats. So I had to go to Walmart's last night. I went to go get onions, just, you know, because I've been, you know, cutting everything up using my food saver, okay, putting it all in the freezer. They had no onions with the exception of 3 bags of the purple onions. So I grabbed 1 because I'm not going to take all of it. And I'm like, I never buy these. So, yeah. I haven't cracked these open yet. But I'm like, what's going on here? Something's fishy. Something's going on. I'm just saying. So she goes on to say, these were great. I chopped these 9 pounds of onions and plugged up the dehydrator in the garage with the door up. Yeah. Unless you want everything smelling like the deli. Lord, what a stinky endeavor. It's gross. At least now I have onions put away when they're scarce. Just a suggestion for your viewers. Do not do this in the house. That would be a permanent funk. It is. It's gross. I did it out in the... in the garage too, and I was just like, holy hell. I mean, I could not get the stink out of the garage for like a month. It was disgusting. So anyway, there's a link in the description box below as well. She said, I have a link for you. Thought of you today. I hope you love it. It's about inflation. Wise asses, they're always sending me stuff. Okay, so here is a recipe. It's easy peasy black beans and rice. I love black beans and rice. Love it. So she said, in case anyone might be interested in yet one more way to prep beans and rice, I ordered a box where there was 12 bags in the box of Vigos, V-I-G-Os, black beans and rice. It comes out to $1.83 a package. Tastes really good, and it's already seasoned. Easy peasy black beans and rice. Okay, so awesome. Here's the pictures so you know what to get. Here you go. And then this subscriber sent pictures of her ball jar haul. You get it, girl. Love it. Here. And then this was sent to me. Says, hi folks, I was all ready to make kapusta, Kapusta. I don't know what that is. For all of my foodie groups this weekend, and went to Walmart to buy the vegetables and kielbasa for the dish. The shelves were empty. I live in North Georgia, and we had a big snow ice event last weekend, and a chance of snow was predicted for this weekend. People went crazy and bought out every piece of meat in the store. So hopefully next weekend we will be able to get the ingredients. Darn it anyway, my mouth was ready. Uffa maron. Look. And then this was sent to me by my beloved Cyan. Stop believing in leaders and start believing in each other. That's what our community is all about. Here we go. Okay, this subscriber sent us a list. So there's going to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more links in the description box, okay? And she said, you've mentioned in your videos about stocking up on vitamins and how some that you take are hard to find. Yeah, they are, especially right now for some reason. Turmeric is one of them. When I do find it, it's only in a small bottle. It's ridiculous. That they're missing from stores. I thought I'd share some links for most of the places I buy things so you can share them with anyone else that might need them. There's a place to buy meat, 3 places I buy vitamins and supplements from, one for bulk organic foods. I think you mentioned it recently, and I order a lot of my cat food from Chewy. Yeah, I get my deliveries from Chewy every month. I also ordered a gallon of witch hazel because it's good to use as an astringent. Yep, I use that on my face. And is good to help stop itching from other things. They had the cheapest price, and it was in the horse section. No kidding. However, I did not buy the horse paste from them because they're always out of stock. A lot of people don't realize that you can order from Costco and have things shipped to you without a membership. No joke. I didn't know that. Okay. I posted it in the comments section a couple days ago, but some may have not seen it. All right. So these links will be in the description box below. It's for Butcher Box. Get $30 off your first order. Azure, A-Z-U-R-E, standard. VitaCost, which is owned by Kroger. iHerb, Lucky Vitamin, free shipping over $49. Costco, Chewy, and Misfits Market, okay? So those links will be in the description box below, all right? And then there's going to be another link for a red alert fed, probably why you did, okay, this is, okay, he thinks that this is why I got this alert on my bank app. They wouldn't be at this stage if it wasn't close. We need to get the word out to tell them no. All right, thank you, sweetie, I love you. Okay, and then this. Yeah, it does say a lot. Here, look at this. Okay, so my favorite cupcake girl. Wow. Yeah. Meat score of the century. No joke. Then this picture was sent to me. She said, I went shopping today and saw this and was in shock. These wings must have come from baby birds. Thought you would like to see my shock for the day, or at least for the first one. I'm sure there are more to come. South Mississippi. Wow. And then this email was sent to me. I laughed so hard when I saw this. She said, my husband is now faithfully tuned into your channel like a fine-tuned piano, and I'm proud of him. Well, hello, husband. He wanted me to email you with a comment. He said that there are 2 things that are guaranteed to be on the shelves with no shortages. Those 2 things are booze and Valentine's candy, as seen in a hilarious Facebook meme. That is so true. On that note, I have one thing to add. Yeah, and here in about 9 to 10 months, another baby boom. Goes hand in hand with candy and liquor. You wise ass. So then these pictures were sent to you guys. Stop. Anyway, I went to Sam's Club in Apopka, which is in Florida, this morning, and in the meat department, they had joined most of the meat and pork on the wall coolers. Middle coolers were filled with random stuff. Really? But what surprised me was that they filled one of the coolers with sliced deli ham, even though they had a whole wall cooler filled to the rim. Also found these toasts that are pantry stable, usually have a 1-year expiration date. Oh, that's just really strange. I'd like to get my hands on that toast, though. Look at this. Okay, so the link to this video will be in the description box below about Japan gives a number of its islands to the U.S. to stop China. That's interesting. Extremely interesting. Okay. And then this email was sent to me. She said, I wanted to just say, hey, I live in Western North Carolina. I'm definitely seeing widespread shortages similar to those that other people are experiencing around the country. Our local Walmart is low on bread. It's not the first time I'm hearing that. Chicken, beef, bacon, canned meats, vegetables, milk, eggs, butter, lunch meat, chips, etc. You name it. Sorry, don't have pics right now. The snowstorm last Sunday didn't help. I've been in a few times this week, but the shelves have yet to be fully replenished since the storm. Yeah, last night when I was in Walmart's, I mean, you want to talk about empty shelves galore. I took some pictures. They're on my other phone though. So I'll have to see if I can, I'll put those in tomorrow's video, okay? Yeah, she said, I work within a tight budget for my preps and shop around for the best prices. This week, Dollar Tree in our area went up to $1.25 per item. It's disappointing. I rely on Dollar Tree for a lot of preps for OTCs and health and beauty. I got heirloom seeds from Dollar Tree, and I'm planning on growing another garden this year. That's awesome sauce. I ordered a small greenhouse this week that I can use to start the seedlings, and I've also been planning out my garden this week. Yeah, I've been doing the same. I really have. Excuse me. So this email was sent to me, okay? She said, I know you spoke the other day about fruit trees, and I wanted to suggest a few other trees for you to do that'll do well in your area. Trees that others will not realize are a food source. So if you guys want to take note of this, okay? And Katuk, K-A-T-U-K. The leaves are edible raw and have a slight peanut taste. It likes more shade than direct sun. Moringa, M-O-R-I-N-G-A. It's a food source as well as healing. It is referred to as a superfood. It contains a large amount of nutrients, vitamins, and minerals. Chaya, C-H-A-Y-A. It's edible leaves that must be cooked, similar taste to a spinach. Cranberry hibiscus. Only the leaves are edible, eaten raw. Do not use the flower pods. The leaves can be added to salads and have a slight tart citrus flavor. I usually pick a few leaves and munch on them as I'm working on my plants. Cassava, C-A-S-S-A-V-A. This plant will provide a large amount of calories. The root is what is eaten. Pigeon peas. Yeah, I have many cans of pigeon peas. I put those in when I make Spanish rice. This is a tree that produces pods and produces a lot. Roselle, which is R-O-S-E-L-L-E. This plant is where hibiscus tea comes from. The leaves are edible. I use in salads. The pods are dried and used for the tea, and the seed pods can be saved for seed or used to make gelatin for jam. There is a process to using the pods, so please look that up if you're growing. You can also make jam from the flower. Elderberry, absolutely. I have seeds for elderberry, so I can grow my own elderberry. Easy to grow, just need to get a branch from a tree and stick it in the ground. Thought it might be slightly better to stick in a cup of water and let it root. The birds love the berries, so collect the flowers as they are just medicinal as the berries. So thank you very, very much for this. That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. I love that information. Okay, so these pictures were sent in. She said, after watching your recent videos and listening to people writing about stores selling rotten fruit, I finally saw it in Walmart in Pensacola, Florida. It was gross and I was disgusted at what I saw. These are and were pomegranates. I've added pictures. Yes, those are white maggots. Yuck. Are you kidding me? That's disgusting. Look. Okay, before I go, I received this email last night, and last week, okay, I had reported to you from a subscriber about the interest rates for bonds and stuff like that, okay? Well, he emailed me again last night, and he said, last week I warned everyone that when the 10-year interest rate for bonds is above 1.75%, we would see trouble, okay? He actually said if it hits 2.00%, okay? And if the rate hits that 2.00%, we would be in a deep recession, possibly enter a depression. And he said, sadly, I was correct. The market has fallen since the 10-year note went above the 1.75%. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a bigger problem, okay, on the horizon that will compound our current problems. What could make things worse? Bail-ins. And what is a bail-in? A bail-in provides relief to a financial institution. You saw this during the Obama era, okay? And it's when a financial institution is on the brink of failure by requiring the cancellation of debts owed to the creditors, to the depositors. A bail-in is the opposite of a bailout, okay? Like the Obama era, all right? which involves the rescue of a financial institution by external parties, typically governments using taxpayers' money for funding. Now, there's going to be extra links, like you know, okay? Now, bailouts help prevent creditors from taking on losses, while bail-ins mandate creditors to take losses. Talk of bail-ins taking place is occurring all over the world, from Europe to India, Japan, even Canada, where Toronto Dominion Bank, the 5th largest bank in North America, with over 26 million customers, has recently been discussing their liquidity problems and releasing information about a possible bail-in. So, what happens in a bail-in? It can and will hurt you if it happens to the bank you have money in. A bail-in is when a financial institution you have money in confiscates your money, and in return, the bank gives you shares of stock in the bank. You cannot sell the stock on the stock market. You most likely cannot go to your grocery store and give them your bail-in stock to buy things. In my opinion, stocks given out to people who had money in the bank are about as worthless as swim trunks in the South Pole in the middle of a winter storm. So why are we so concerned about all of this? A law was passed in New Jersey in 2017. Is about to come to law this month, and you better know what is in it. Yes, it can and most likely affect every single American when this financial system collapses. So, bank closures are happening all over the world. As the economy implodes and banks and their branches are closing, Wells Fargo, Citigroup, Bank of America, they're all closing branches all over the USA. Okay, so all of these links, all right, are going to be in the description box below. You read them, okay? We're all being affected. I showed you what happened, okay? People, you guys email me all the time. Look at what's going on with my bank. Look at what's going on with my bank. Trish has answered many of your questions, okay? Only leave 1 month's worth of bills money in that account. Get the rest out. How many times? How many times does this have to be said? All right. I love you. I'll see you in the next one, okay? You stay safe. You stay positive. You keep prepping. Keep those eyes open, those ears open. Listen. See everything. Head on a swivel. Email me anytime, day or night. It doesn't matter. I'm always here. Okay? Fear less.